Hi, and welcome back to the Glittering Library. So I went to Romantasy BookCon, have my pretty little shirt. It was a lot of fun. Um, so many people, so many authors, so many vendors, book people. It was a lot. There was a lot that went on in 2 days, and Natalie and Sarah from Fabled Fantasy Events did a great job putting it on. I can't wait to go back next year. I saw so many different things that I think I'm going to try to incorporate, and I'll talk about more at the end. This video is going to be a little bit longer because I'm kind of taking you from when I got down to Orlando all the way kind of through. So you got Disney Springs, you've got the authors that I met. I don't have a whole lot of video from the actual convention because I was so overwhelmed and enjoying myself. So sorry, you don't have a whole lot from inside, but you will have the flip through of my signature yearbook after the fact, plus everything I picked up, which is a lot. So be prepared. So if you'll stick with me to the end, I will go over everything, and I'll go over kind of what I'm thinking of for next year of what I might want to change or include. So go get something to drink, enjoy, see all of the fun stuff, and I will see you again in a little while. So welcome to the Disney Springs area of Orlando. I have never been in this part of Disney before, so this was a brand new experience for me. You guys are going to get to go on the 2.5 days that I was down there. We're pulling up to the hotel now. There's a walking bridge from the hotel that goes over to Disney Springs, so I really didn't have to go very far to get over there. And that's the view from my hotel room. And we're just going to go kind of explore a little bit. So since I had never been over to Disney Springs before, I walked the entire thing. First day I was down there. So we went in the tea and spice exchange, got a chai tea, and I walked around. There were so many Lego things. They were so cool. The little sea dragon. You had Elsa, Anna, and Olaf. You had Mickey from Fantasia. There are Star Wars characters. There was the Maleficent dragon, which you will see both of those later on from when I went back. I think it was Friday afternoon I went back. All these really cute murals. Walked around the whole property, and one of the places I really wanted to go was Gideon's Bakehouse. October is their birthday month, and I had to go check it out. I've never been in there, and I did ask if I could record. They told me yes. The artwork is so cool around there. They've got this creepy, gothic-y kind of vibe. I loved it. The people that work there are amazing. They are so sweet. These are half-pound cookies that you can buy up to, I think it's 6 a day. They had their special October flavors of Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. They had cake that you could buy by the slice. I wound up getting one of their boxes of 3 cookies, which also came with a special trading card that you don't know what's in it. You'll see that in just a second, but these cookies are massive. I still haven't even finished the ones that I bought. I also got their special French toast cold brew, which was very, very good. This is the smaller of the 2 boxes that I wound up getting 3 cookies. So I got their chocolate chip, the peanut butter, and the special Frankenstein cookie. And I mean, you see how big that thing is in my hand. I may not have super huge hands, but that is a half-pound cookie. It was very, very good, but I could only eat like a little of it. And in the Florida heat, it was already melting at about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Just walking around some of the different areas of Disney Springs. different places that I've seen on YouTube videos. The hot air balloon, it wasn't up at the time. And I'm sorry if some of these panning videos are kind of fast. I'm not used to doing these, and I was also trying not to draw a whole lot of attention to myself, so I really was just trying to show some of the different stores and what they had as far as Halloween goes. I'm a huge fan of the villains, so anytime I see villain merchandise, I have to go check it out. The poison apple, that's a light. But you could actually have a light that's the poison apple. I was cracking up the whole time looking at it. All of the merchandise. And I'm honestly not even sure which store I was in at this point. I kind of walked in all of them, and they had this cool little mural for the characters. The M&M store, that they had their M&M guys with the Halloween projection behind them, which I thought was really cute. And then kind of walking through the store a little bit and showing a little bit. I thought they were going to have more Halloween stuff. And there was a special installation going on with Fantasia and Pleasing, and this was just kind of showing a little bit inside that installation store. I didn't wind up with anything from in here. Fantasia is not one of my top 10 movies, so I wasn't really looking to get anything from there. The World of Disney store, wow, this place is humongous. I was so overwhelmed, even just in this store, that was where that real quick panning video came from. And then this was my supper for the night. Went and got one of their full Montague sandwiches and just kind of enjoyed it before going back over to the hotel for the night. And then we are headed into Romantasy BookCon. I had so much fun meeting all of these authors. These are not all of them. These are just kind of the ones that I remembered or thought about to take a picture with, or they asked me. So it was a lot of fun. But you'll see in just a second, this is just part of how busy it was on that Friday afternoon. All of the people. These are two of the panels that I kind of watched. The authors. Yes, we had Rhysand and Feyre there cosplaying as well. And then we went back to Disney Springs that night, and I'm just in yet another one of the stores. Here's the Maleficent Dragon. I am in love with this. If I could bring this home with me, I would. I love it so much. It's made out of Legos. It's so huge. It's so cool looking. All the Star Wars. Balloon was up, so I had to get a picture. And then the ducks were fighting each other, and then we are headed over to Cook's of Dublin for supper. This was amazing. I mean, I haven't had fish and chips that is this crispy, this juicy of fish and shrimp. The cocktail sauce I'm not a huge fan of, but oh, that was good. It had a great tangy flavor, I think, from Worcestershire. Tartar sauce was amazing. I'm pretty sure it's homemade. I mean, it was just so good. I will definitely be back there next time I'm in Disney Springs. And then Maleficent. I had to find something that was her. This was hilarious. You have the little chocolate horns. It's a black vanilla wafer cone, and at 4:30 in the afternoon, Florida heat, yes, it is melting ice cream, but it was so good, so worth it. Then I went in another one of, I think this was Art of Disney store. I went in so many stores, I couldn't tell you the names of any of them, but they had all of these cool little figurine statues that I was just trying to get some video of, just to show. If you would like a souvenir figurine and you have somewhere in your house that you can put it, I mean, they've got them, depending on which characters you're looking for and kind of which price range is. The Haunted Mansion is a favorite of my family, so I had to get all kinds of pictures of it. These are absolutely adorable. They're these little figurines that come in packs of 2 with the hero and the villain. They were, I think, $35. That they are adorable. I really just wanted the villains, but they didn't sell them that way. Otherwise, I would have a collection of the villains back here with me now. Hocus Pocus. It's Halloween. I mean, you gotta love Hocus Pocus and Sanderson Sisters. It was a light-up ornament in the Christmas store. Tinkerbell is my other favorite character. So of course, I found a light-up version of her, and then in another room were all of the villains. That in like the mirror, you can see the mirror talking back to the evil queen, and then in the Ursula one, in certain views, you can actually see Ursula in the mirror, where she's Vanessa and Ursula, which I thought was a really cool trick and so perfect for the movies. If you need ornaments, they have an entire Christmas store. You can go down there and get whatever you would like. And of course, they had Haunted Mansion stuff. Madame Leota lit up. I couldn't find any that the tags were already pulled. And then all the little vignettes that, the stretching vignettes that you see in the Haunted Mansion, but they had them all as cute little ornaments. Come on now. And then the Gravedigger, that he and the dog also had one. And then it's also all of the cute Mickey Halloween stuff. Like I said, I was trying not to draw a whole lot of attention to myself, so I wasn't really talking while I was down there, and I wasn't really going as slow as I probably should have. So I apologize for that. I've never done anything like that before. Okay, so this is my author signature yearbook, as I am calling it, that I went through, and I did add some more decorations. Those were the sisters that I met and hung out with, and they had dragons leading into Romantasy BookCon. Of course they did. So here you go. I had a lot of fun making the book, and even more fun kind of walking around and getting everybody to sign it. Yeah, Abigail Owen had these stamps, and it didn't want to work because of how the paper was, so she went back and hand wrote in things. There were people that weren't there, whether they had already had to back out earlier or it was a last minute thing. So those I didn't get signatures from, obviously. And then there were, I think, 2 or 3 authors I wound up not being able to find at their table at the times, because I did walk in circles quite a few many times, that they were either in a panel or they just weren't at their table. So I didn't get a couple of signatures. Grace Draven had this awesome little embosser that her husband was helping emboss things that I thought was such a cool touch. I want one. I would love to have one and go emboss all of my books so that I know which ones are mine. But if you've ever been to one of these or anything like this, you know how many sets of, what am I going to call it, swag, bookmarks, stickers, everything that you wind up with. I have all of this now, and I have no earthly idea what to do with it. So I would love some suggestions. So if you will leave in the comments of what you think I should do with any of these, I'm possibly going to give some of them away to friends. I don't know yet, but The book, everybody was so impressed. I had so many of them take pictures of it so that they could post their pages. And there were a couple of them that did ask if they could write anything dirty. I told them yes, it was their page. So there are a couple that did. If it offends you, I am sorry. This was their page. It is for personal use. It is mine. So I told them they could do it. I laughed the whole time, but I'm sorry if it is something that you don't appreciate or go with. Um, but the rest of the book, I'm just trying to find where different things can go. Some of the stickers that I got from certain authors or their business cards, I'm trying to go back through and see what can I put in it that it won't take away from everything, but it kind of adds to it as well. So I'm not sure how much more I'm going to add to it. We will see. But this is, I think, going to be an ongoing project for a little while. The late last minute authors, these four, they were so appreciative to 4 or 5. They were so appreciative to have them included. And then these were all of my notes from the panels and workshops that I went to. I was at one on female boss characters, a bone and rune reading class, a bookstagram class, a one that was supposed to be something else that turned into just a discussion with SC Grayson at the last minute of kind of how her process went. So it was a lot. So these are the books that I wound up buying and getting. A lot of these I really didn't have on my radar at first, and the authors, they described them to a point of I needed to have them. A lot of them were also ARC books or ones that I had seen. That's my physical ARC. That is the only physical ARC I have. Alexandria was giving away a certain number of them. I didn't get to order this one from Fay Crate when they first put it out by LJ Andrews. They had extras, so I got it. Special edition, so pretty, from Elizabeth Helen. That's the special edition, BookCon edition. Yeah, Lauren. Lauren explained her books to a point of I needed to have them. Pinnacle, I have not read it, but this was the republishing, and The Mist Thief, I had to have a physical copy. I adore this entire series from the Broken Kingdoms all the way through the Everseas. Phantasma, I was reading it while I was talking to her. Nicola, I mean, she explained her books too. Like, I wanted them. Who doesn't like a Peter Pan retelling? And then Hannah was so sweet. She had me convinced. That was one of my pre-orders. And then these are the ones that I actually took with me. So I already owned all of these and took them down. You had to do a ticketed signing for Adeline Grace, Aaron A. Craig, and Penn Cole. So I somehow lucked out and was able to get all 3 of them to sign things. Adeline, I was on a wait list that at the last second I was able to get her to sign things, so I was very appreciative of that. Aaron is super sweet. I mean, they all are. Like, don't get me wrong, every last one of them are super sweet, but she was drawing little pictures where she was signing things. It was so cute. Here's the full shirt with their logo. And then here's the bookmarks. So yes, suggestions, please leave in comments. What do I do with all the bookmarks? All of the character art, because I have a lot of it. everybody said take it. So I took all the art, and now I'm unsure completely what to do with all of it. I don't really have a display space. So what do you suggest I do with all of the bookmarks, the character art, and then all of the stickers? I do have some ideas for the stickers, but with the ones that I don't use, what do you guys suggest doing? Please leave it in the comments. These were the special ones from Erin A. Craig that she had these envelopes for each one of her books. So this is for the new one, The 13th Child, that had special character art in it. This one also included some recipes. And then the other two were for House of Salt and Sorrows and House of Roots and Ruin. I love the envelopes. They're shiny. Why wouldn't I love them? I also love the character art, but the envelopes, I kept moving them. Magpie squirrel that I am, that shiny things get my attention and will make me lose my train of thought. So I was loving these. And I didn't even realize it until I was putting them back in the envelope. But that one has pictures on the back. So they're really pretty lilies. But they're all on the back of that art. Now for all of the stickers. So yes, suggestions, please, please. I have already put some of these in the signature yearbook. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss of what to do with the rest of them. I don't really want to just load up the book with stickers. I think I'm going to save a few of them for my reading journal. I have a couple pages set aside in there. But I would love any suggestions of what to do with all of these stickers. Please, please leave it in the comments and let me know. What would you do with them? What would you do with any of this extra stuff? Yeah, I don't think I need about 30 or 40 bookmarks and that many stickers and that much character art. It's a lot. But they're so pretty. Like that one's super shiny. That was Hannah's. Hannah Tills. Melanie Carsack, this was part of her little goodie bag if you were in her Facebook group, that she had the little mushroom candles. This was an exclusive Romantasy Con coffee that Fabled Grounds Coffee did. Of course I have to get something exclusive. And then Nightshade Candle Company, they had all kinds of fun stuff, and I wound up getting this dark romance and enemies to lovers candles. They smell so good. I have been burning them, and they, yes, they are making my studio smell really good. And then Amanda Boucher, her Kingmaker Chronicles. These are all of her characters as magnetic bookmarks, front and back, complete chibi style, I think is how you say it. Character art, so adorable. So adorable. It's Cat and then Griffin, main characters of her series, but all the other ones as well. The rest beta team. And then my name tag with all of my ribbons. Still not entirely sure what you call them, but I got the gold one for being part of LJ's Facebook group, and then the rest of them I picked up from other tables. There were only a few people that had ribbons, but that was everybody that I seemed to find. Then this was the rest of what I wound up getting at Gideon's. So the sleeve from around my coffee. Apparently in October it turns into the Spookhouse instead of just the Bakehouse. And then they had these adorable stickers. I think this one glows in the dark. The skull for Halloween. This is the monthly menu that tells you everything that they have for the month of October. Apparently you can get one of these if you order stuff offline. That if you buy something in that month, they will send you the menu. And that was the little gift bag that my stickers came in. The trading card that was a special out of the box with all the cookies that you don't know which trading card you're getting. That those are the owners, I think is who those are supposed to be. And then my adorable air freshener. It smells so good. It is in my car right now. My car smells exactly like coffee. That it is the adorable little gargoyle. I can't get enough of him. He's too funny, too cute. Anyone that knows me, Maleficent is my favorite villain. So I saw a print. I had to get it. I had to have her for my studio as well. And these were all of the drinks that were part of the panels with the authors talking about their characters over the two panels over the 2 different days. But I have all the drink recipes now. And on my way into Orlando, I didn't get a picture of the shop, but I did stop at the bookstore that was hosting everything, Writer's Block, in Winter Park. And this was some washi tape and sticker that I picked up from there. I told you it was long. There's a lot of stuff going on, a whole lot of stuff that I did. So I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys that the authors wound up loving the book. They couldn't get enough of it. They were so surprised. They kept taking pictures of it the whole time and just really enjoying getting to kind of have fun with their own page. That's kind of what I let them do. As far as things I might change about um, the book itself worked. I think I need a higher GSM weight. I think this one's maybe 100, 120 at the most. I think it needs to be closer to 160 just because the Sharpies bled through everything. The other thing I may change is kind of the layout of where the author pictures are. All of them are across the top. So I may try to like stagger them. It just made it really bulky at the top part of the book. So definitely a couple things I'm going to change and look into a little bit more. May play around with different size. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but yeah, there were people, some of the vendors that were selling these style books. So if you went to one, they may actually have one and you wouldn't have to make your own. I know people had little stickers that they were having everybody sign for their own, stickers to go in the books. That somebody had a water bottle that they were getting signed, like the Yeti style, with a gold Sharpie. That I really liked that idea. Other people were having paintings signed and like the old school like library return cards. Lots of people had different things. Other people had some books. I think there might have been an actual like autograph book. Um, a lot of the authors actually had their own things to sign. So they had their own books that they were asking everybody to either like underline their favorite quote, sign something, write them something. So it was a memento for them. I know I saw at least 2 or 3 authors that had that. So there was all kinds of fun stuff. I had a great time. I definitely was overwhelmed. I don't do well always talking to people. I don't always know exactly what to say. So it kind of turned into, hi, I have a page for you in my book to sign. Will you please sign it? And not really knowing much of what else to say to them, because most of them I hadn't read their books. They're on my list. I just haven't gotten to them yet. And I did tell them that, but it was a great experience. I will definitely be there again next year. I'm trying to convince a couple of my friends to go with me, but we will see if that happens. As far as other things, I took a tote bag to carry around all the books. I had the plan in my head. I actually sat down the night before in the hotel room, like writing out my schedule of what books do I need to have with me, where did I need to be, and when did I need to come back up to the hotel room to drop books off. That did happen. Like, I did come back and drop things off, but that didn't really work out very well with a tote bag. All of the books kind of were in there pretty tight. I did have room to move them around, but it just took a while to get to the bottom of it. There were a lot of people that had the collapsible utility carts that those were genius. That there were even some that have like triangle kind of wheels that are stair climbers, so they don't have to just pick it up going up the stairs, and it kind of climbs itself. So I'm definitely looking into those on Amazon. There are a lot of them that come with lids, some of them that expand. You can get like drink holders to go on the carts. It's all pretty cool to look at everything. The other thing that I will say you might want to do if you're going to one of these is have something to trade. A lot of people either had stickers or friendship bracelets. I think people were passing out bookmarks. There's all kinds of stuff, but I didn't have anything with me to trade. I ran out of time to make anything. I had planned on making friendship bracelets, and that just didn't work. Um, so if you brought something to trade, otherwise people were definitely giving out things. The sisters that I was with, they were passing out stickers that they had gotten at Michael's out of the Halloween section. They said that they got stickers because most of these carts, people decorate them with stickers. So great idea if you're going to one of these. The other thing I will say to do is make sure that you have a lot of money saved up in your budget. I am already going to start saving now for next year. I know exactly how much I spent, and I know how much I probably need for next year at least. I wound up taking, I think, like 8 to 10 from home that I already owned, and brought back, I don't know, like close to 30. Bookshelves are full. You can't see them at the moment, but they're completely full. So, yeah, make sure that when you go down there that you have you have money for stuff, because you're going to find stuff. And the authors will try to kind of convince you, especially on the second day when they're down to like an hour and they're cutting prices on things. They can convince you. That's how I wound up with a lot of things, because they explained their books. I liked how the books sounded, so I bought stuff. That's just me in general. So not unusual for anybody that knows me, that you kind of convince me with very few words and I will buy stuff. The only thing I can really tell you is make sure you have fun. I had a great time kind of people watching, and even though it was a whole lot to take in, I really did enjoy it. People were dressed up in costume every day, or they had shirts that were book related, or just the whole atmosphere. It was so great. They even had tattoo artists that were there, that a lot of people wound up getting bookish style tattoos. If you're headed to RomantasyCon LA in February, or Orlando 2025, or any other book convention, have fun. Enjoy it, take it in, really experience it, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you're headed to any of them, if you have plans to go to any of them, what authors you're excited to see. I may see you at Orlando 25, who knows? But let me know. I would love to know. I would love to know, what your outfit looks like. What are you planning on wearing if you're going to one of the masquerade balls? But I appreciate you sticking around, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.